Welcome back, Ghostlings, to your weekly vlog. Today's weekly vlog question is, do you have any nicknames? Now, this medium has one nickname at this time, and the nickname is Meaty. It is not a good nickname, Ghostlings, and I am open to different nicknames, because this nickname is terrible. My original birth name, which you can't say anymore unless you want to summon a demon, I had a nickname that was Potato. And I can't say any more than that, Wolflings, for I might summon a demon. And then myself. It'd be very confusing. Today's Reddit ghost story comes from aggravating guess. They say, shadow person in the school. Ghostings, we haven't had a school ghost story yet, so that's why I picked it. They say, I'm not really on Reddit a lot, other than lurking around here and there. Ghostlings don't lurk on Reddit. Film content like I do. I'm a substitute teacher for the district I used to go to. It's an easy gig while going to college. I work today at my old high school subbing for a science class. Ghostlings! Science? They still teach that? The building it was in was doing testing, so the classroom and the one next door were the only classes to have regular class. They warned us before if we saw students wandering the halls to send them back to class, or whatever. What's the or whatever, Mr. Person? Do you send them to a different dimension? To be honest, I don't get paid enough to care about my job. Literally $100 a day. Ghostwings is not bad though, depending on where you live, of course, but $100 a day is more than I make. So most of the time, I'm one to turn a blind eye if a student is not doing what they're supposed to do if they're not in my class. What? I was going to the bathroom during my lunch and saw a student standing at the end of the hallway. Since they were testing, they only used a few classrooms and the hallway lights were off. Oh, spooky, Ghostlings. But then again, high school students are weird. They are, likely to just stand in the hallway and, do nothing. Isn't that what being a teenager is all about? I could only make out what looked like the shadow of a student. I assumed they were trying to be sneaky. Goslings, don't be sneaky in a high school. Teachers are always watching. Unless they're turning a blind eye because they don't make enough money. The rules are very confusing, Goslings. When I was in high school, well, we didn't have high school, but if I was ever in high school, I would listen to the teachers. I almost believed it, Goldman. I called out saying, "Where are you supposed to be?" but got no answer. The figure turned toward me and then walked around the corner I couldn't see. I followed to see who this kid was, but then I turned the corner and there was no one. When I turned the corner, it leads to two giant staircases and an opening to the building. They wouldn't have been able to get away without me seeing unless they were literally sprinted out the door and through the courtyard. The school is super old, so I don't doubt there's things around, but I feel like I'm going crazy. I was so sure it was a student that I followed. Ghostlings, I believe this probably was a student, and this student booked it fast. They were probably doing something they weren't supposed to, like reading a library book that was 2 weeks overdue, or what's another thing teenagers do they're not supposed to? They were probably drinking some Gatorade. You're not supposed to do that as a teenager, I believe. I believe this is just a person running very quickly at Ghostlings. It could be a ghost, but schools aren't usually haunted. Schools are only haunted if there's a lot of trauma. And I can't imagine there's a lot of trauma in high school. So I would assume it was just a student this time, but oh, it could be a ghost. Let me know your thoughts down below, Ghostlings, and if you have any nicknames, be sure to tell me. I will see you here next week for more Reddit ghost stories. Please share your ghost stories down below or on Reddit, where we can all read them. Farewell for now, Ghostlings,